The diversity needed in video games. Well, yes, but actually no. Now, hold on. Before you all come at me with your pitchforks and Twitter rants and everything, before you all start calling me, the next racist human being in the world, just hold on. Let me explain, okay? Diversity, is a good thing in video games, okay? It's good to have people of multiple races being represented in video games. It's good to be able to identify with the character in a video game because he's from the same race as you. So, in that sense, I agree that it's a good thing to have a wide range of characters available in video games to players. All right, but at the same time, I disagree with the notion that every video game needs to have a representation of every single character in the world. I highly disagree with that notion. Okay, and it's something I've noticed recently that has been popping up in news. Games are being hit on for not having enough representation of one character. Maybe they'll be like, there's only one black character in this game, and they might say there are only guys in this game. There's always something not quite right with the representation in games. And the thing is, you can't represent everyone anyway, But I don't want to go too far with this. Let me get straight to my point, okay? Because what brought this to my attention was this game called Mudhow. Mudhow, I think it's pronounced. I hope I'm not butchering that. If I am, I'm very sorry. This game called Mudhow, which came out recently on the PC. Right, it's basically a medieval game in Europe, kind of like Team Deathmatch. If you ever played COD or Battlefield, it's basically one side versus the other. I can't remember how many squads there are in the squad, maybe 12 or 18, I remember. But yeah, just two teams fighting each other using medieval weapons, medieval weaponry, basically horses, spears, pole axes, swords, the works, basic medieval stuff. It's a very simple game, but it's actually very fun. The developers worked very hard on this game. You can tell they worked hard on it, and they made it work. Okay, I haven't played the game personally because I'm not much of a PC gamer myself. I'm more of a PS4 gamer, so I know. I can hear you all in the comments already talking about PC the superior. Yeah, I get it. Okay, I was broke as F growing up, so I couldn't afford a PC. All I had was a PS4, and that was all I played with. PS2, that was all I played with growing up. So it's a habit to me now. I just game on consoles. Okay, I don't know. I'm defending myself. Moving on. But based on gameplay I've seen of Mudhow, it's a very fun game. Okay, I've watched a couple of famous YouTubers, Young Gear, Layman Gaming, even Jimquisition. They've all talked about the game, and in their discussions they had gameplay footage, and it's overall it looks like a very fun game. Something I'd definitely play if it was on the PS4. I'd definitely pick it up and play it. It's a fun game. But here's the thing happened with that game. Okay, the game came out with, when it was made, it came out at launch with only white males as the option. Okay, so you could customize hairstyle or whatever, but it was basically a white guy. No matter what, it was a white guy we're picking. All right, and some people were, some people on Twitter were pissed off about this apparently because they felt that there should be more, representation of, I don't know what, but basically they wanted more races in the game. More, they also wanted women in the game. Okay. Now here's the thing. Here's where I begin to feel like we're going too far with this. Okay. Video game is an art form. Some people don't agree with that. Some people, it's their choice. Okay. But video games are an art form, and people draw art from their inspirations. Okay. So it's whatever inspires you, that's what you draw. That's why people usually draw things that are more familiar to them. Okay, someone who lives around the mountainside will most likely draw beautiful sceneries, landscapes, stuff like that. Someone who's surrounded himself with anime culture all his life will probably draw, big anime titties, or a badass character doing some badass anime stuff, because that's just how it works. And I just wish people understood that, because what we're doing now is we're basically forcing developers to no longer build things that they dream of. Okay, we're trying to insert ourselves into their dream. Now I get what you say. Games are for the customers to play. Okay, yes, it is. Okay, and that's where you're supposed to let the wallets decide, right? So if a developer makes a game, right, and the game is just people eating in a cheesecake factory, that's the whole game. That's all he's ever wanted to make. That was his dream, all right. So he makes that game, he puts it out. Now it's our choice as consumers to buy that product or not, right? We can't. I don't. We can't buy a game about eating at a cheesecake factory and then complain that we wanted our characters to eat more McDonald's because we wanted representation of McDonald's in the game. That is not how it works. All right, I just don't believe that's how it works, especially for indie developers. Okay, that let them make. I believe people should make what they want, and then if you don't like it, you don't buy it. And if you don't buy it, maybe next time they might change their minds and decide to add whatever they want to add. But the point is, I don't believe we should be forcing our views on the developers. Okay, so moving on, the saga didn't end there, okay, because it's the internet. Things never end straightforward. So what happened was the developers were like, okay, we see your feedback. You guys want more races? We'll add that. So they decided to add black men, some other races. I don't know what other races they're adding. But so they're gonna add more races to the game, all right. And then they also decided, okay, you know what? We're still gonna add women to the game, right? It's understandable. They want to please both sides. But here's the thing about this game, okay? It's a medieval fantasy war game based on medieval times, basically Europe in the Middle Ages, all right? Days of King Arthur, Excalibur, the rest of all that beautiful knights, chivalry, all that beautiful stuff, all right? So what that means is these guys, when they were making this game, they thought of the ethnicity of that place, okay? And let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves for a second. The people who were living in that time, who were fighting wars in that time, were 99% white males, all right? It was either you were Saxon or you were Anglan, forgive me, I'm sure some of you Anglos, I think, later they became Anglo-Saxons. I just know there were Saxons first, and there were Anglos. Anglos were in English. Okay, so whatever. Someone in the comments might correct me later. Yeah, no one's gonna read it. Gonna watch it. But yeah, someone might correct me later on this. But yeah, that's basically it. All right, there were white people on both sides, and that was the game they made. Just based on that, and that's why they only had white people in the game. So I can understand why they did that. I mean, it's anyone who isn't out looking for an agenda can understand the reason why the game shipped the way it did. But people are looking for trouble these days. They want to find something to be offended by, and they found it with this game, unfortunately. All right. So but that's not my point. I don't want to bash people who don't like this. Okay, let's just move on from that. All right. So the developer was like, okay, we're gonna add black characters. We're gonna add Indians, whatever, all the races. Okay, and we're also gonna add women to this game. But because we understand that there are many people who enjoy the realistic, the how do I put it, the immersion, okay, because you're immersing yourself in basically this fictional world where it's Europeans fighting each other, okay. Then I say, okay, we understand that some people who don't like to see, a woman carrying a pole axe running at you, or a female character carrying a giant sword running at you, okay, because for some people it breaks immersion. It breaks their immersion in the game for some people, all right? And that's understandable. The developer like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to add a toggle in the game, all right? So what that does is that toggle can decide if you want to see only men, if you want to see only women, or if you want to see both men and women, all right? Now, but what's important to note here is that only happens on your end, okay? So if I pick, let's say, I want to see only women in my game, right? So while I'm playing, it doesn't mean that the game will only select people who chose women. No. What it means is no matter what everyone else chooses, even if they choose a man or a woman, on my screen, all I'll see is a female character in my screen. So it kind of just changes their external look for me alone. So the experiences of other players are not affected in any way. All right. I want to make that clear. I want to make that crystal clear. My decisions does not affect any other person So every other person who is playing this game gets to play the way they want. So if they want to play, if someone else wants to play with only men, right, they can click their options and they will see me, even though I chose a female character, they will see me as a male character too. Same with other people who want to play, who don't mind, who want to play both sides. So they can see whoever chooses a female character, they'll see a female character. Or choose a male character, they will see a male character. Okay, so for them, they don't care. They don't really care who it is, who it is they see. They just want to play the game. All right. So for me, that was like a very fair decision. Okay, so the developers at that point are basically saying, let the players choose what they want. All right, we're not gonna corral them into a choice. So let them pick it themselves. Okay, and yeah, into them were mad again. Okay, people said that the developers are promoting sexism and racism, and okay, but the racism makes sense because the toggle doesn't affect character race, just the gender. But they were like, yeah, developers promoting sexism, blah 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 blah. Like, and I was like, wait, what? No. Basically, they were saying that developers should not give people an option. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? Why shouldn't they be given an option? Why are you trying to force? You should never try to force things down someone's throat. Okay, if someone isn't interested in playing as a female character, you shouldn't force them to play as a female character. It's the same way if someone doesn't like playing as a male character, right? If he goes to the game store, he's gonna look for Wet or Tomb Raider or whatever. He's not gonna buy. Give me a GTA San Andreas or GTA 5, okay? Because they don't want to play as a male character, they want to play as female characters. Or they'll play exclusively MMOs that let you choose whatever gender you want, all right? So that's choice. That's player choice, and I feel like for this journalist, as it were, to come out and say that player choice is not valid, it's scary. For me, it's a very scary thought. Okay, because I didn't know that there are people who thought like that. Okay, I had no idea. So for me, it's a very, very scary thought that there are people out there who are saying that players shouldn't choose what they want. That they want to choose what players will enjoy or what players will like. And if you don't like what these people decided that you're supposed to like, then you're wrong, and they're gonna stigmatize you for it. And it's ridiculous. Honestly, it honestly is, because this is when diversity begins to get ugly. All right. Now, I'm not one to I hold a model to myself where I do not criticize something without offering a solution. Okay, so I don't want to come out here and tell you doing this is bad and just leave it with that. Okay, I like to give possible solutions. Okay, so the funny thing about this diversity issue is it's mostly in America that you notice this diversity thing going on, and the funny thing about America is they actually have a precedent for this. Okay, there's been a case where a group was being pushed out of something mainstream, and eventually the group got back into it. All right, now what am I talking about? I'm talking about black people. It was obvious. Okay, at a point Hollywood hated black people. All right, they didn't want to add them in anything. They didn't want to have anything to do with them. They didn't want to put them in any other movie except it was in a demeaning role or a role to make fun of them. They didn't want to have anything to do with black people. So what did black people do? Did they go out on the streets and protest saying, yeah, we want to be put in Hollywood? Did they burn down shit? No. We didn't have Twitter back then, so they couldn't have gone on Twitter to complain. So, but what did black people do? Okay, what they did was they became too big on their own for Hollywood to ignore them. And what do I mean by that? Okay, we had comedians like Eddie Murphy. We had musicians like Tupac, Biggie. We had 50 Cent. We had black people had Prince. They had Prince, the musician Prince. They had MJ. All right, they had people who were bigging up the black culture so much that white kids started playing hip hop. That was how big black entertainment got. You had white kids playing hip hop in their cars. So basically, like, imagine a Hollywood executive comes home. He walks home and his son is banging on to the latest song from, let's say, let me give from NWA, right? F the police, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And this kid is watching it and he's like, yo, this shit is hype. And the dad from Hollywood is like, yo, if my kid is listening to this, that means everyone out there is listening to this shit. That means everyone's enjoying this black entertainment, which means there's money there. And we're like, we have to get in on that, okay? We have to get some of that money for ourselves. And eventually they didn't start off blazing. They said did some tentative steps, some few black roles here and there, right? But the black people, the people who were put up there, to test the waters, they proved themselves. Okay, they showed that there's money in black entertainment. All right, you had shows like Madea, who was all black cast. All right, and they made a lot of money. So people, the Hollywood are like, oh my god, black entertainment is huge. Okay, we can't ignore these people. They're basically a huge part of the entertainment industry. We can make a lot of money off these folks. All right, and then they pulled black people into the fold, and now they're more and more. Now you see black action stars everywhere. Okay, but it started somewhere. It didn't start from begging to be put in. They didn't go up to Hollywood and bang down on Steven Spielberg's door or Alfred Hitchcock's door and say you must put black people in your movies. No, that's not what they did. They made themselves desirable. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Right? You want to make yourself desirable for other people. So if you want to see diversity in video games, what you have to do is big up people in the LGBTQ community, people of different colors. Big them up, tell them to go into gaming. Okay, get them in the video games industry. Let them make up the games. I mean, look at Mike Pondsmith right now. Okay. He's part of the development team for Cyberpunk 2077, okay? And that game has a lot of black culture in it, okay? It's basically Haiti, but yeah, there's still a lot of culture in that game, and that's coming from a black man, okay? You can see the influence in the game. Right? So that's what I mean. You gotta get black people in video games. You gotta get what's it called? You gotta get gay people, queer people, whatever, in video games, all right? Let them get in the video game industry. Let them make their own games, and don't be like Zombie Unicorn who failed making her game. Okay, you gotta come out, make a game, succeed with your game, and then people will start taking notice. Okay, people will be like, oh my god, playing as a gay character isn't that bad. Playing as a girl isn't that bad. And then you can see more of them once you become big enough that the rest of the industry can't ignore you. You won't have to beg to be put in. You won't have to force anything down anyone's throat. They will look for ways to include you in their game. That is how it works. And the same way, please stop telling developers what to do. It's inane and stupid, okay? And by that I mean, putting characters in the game. Things like microtransactions are different. So if a developer is doing that, you can tell them to fuck off with that. Because that's not a creative decision. That's for money. That's different. I mean, like, a developer has an idea to make a game, and you're telling them that no, we want so character, to fulfill so quota or whatever. That is bullshit. Okay, it is utter bullshit, and please stop it. Okay, please stop it. I grew up with games like God of War, MGS, Solid Snake. I grew up with games like iNinja. I played FIFA. I played GTA San Andreas. Most of the games I played were white dudes or Japanese dudes in the games, and I never once thought to myself, you know what this game needs? A black man. No, I played games for the story. GTA San Andreas was an all black cast, yes. Oh, sorry, mostly black cast, yes. But I enjoyed the game not because CJ was black. I enjoyed the game because the story was hella good and the game had a lot of features in it. Alright, that is why I enjoyed GTA San Andreas. I didn't look at GTA San Andreas and say, oh, black man, I'm going to enjoy this game. That's not how it works. Alright. You can have a black man and the game flops. Alright, the game is shit. Alright, you can have a white man and the game is shit. If you have a white man, the game is good. That's just how it works. If your game is good, people are gonna buy it. If your game is bad, people ain't gonna buy it. It's not about race. So stop doing that, okay? Diversity is good for the gaming industry, but diversity is not needed in a game. Okay, that's basically the nutshell. I think that's what I'm gonna put as the thumbnail. Diversity is good in the gaming industry, but it is not needed in a game. Alright? Thank you for watching. My name is Ren from Jenako Gaming. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe. There's another support channel. There'll be links in the description below. You can buy my novel on Amazon, all of that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Ren from Jenako Gaming, signing out.